accounts. I must declare, however, that as I said, there are good and valid reasons why I have no obligation or duty to execute the waiver which some people have been asking me to execute, because I am guided by the letter of Republic Act 6426, which, as you know, affords all depositors of foreign currency full and absolute confidentiality. As the records will show, I have never declared these accounts in my SALN, consistent with the belief that there is no legal duty to do so. The situation po is not my doing. It has been in place for a very long time. It is a common view that Republic Act 6713 does not amend the secrecy of foreign currency deposits. In fact, there is no jurisprudence or ruling on the matter. On the contrary, Supreme Court decisions confirm that the secrecy afforded by Republic Act 6426 is absolute. Certainly, I should not and cannot be penalized for abiding and relying on the letter of the law. The inaccuracies in my SALN do not constitute an impeachable offense. Not every omission, not every inaccuracy is an impeachable offense. In this case, the prosecution itself, in fact, admitted in open court right here that an omission or inaccurate declaration in the SALN, while it may constitute perjury, is not a high crime. Ito po ay record ng Senate sitting as an impeachment court on Thursday, February 2, pages 18-19. Nothing in what I have done or omitted to do amounts to an impeachable offense. My accusers talk about my moral fitness to remain as Chief Justice. What moral fitness, I ask? This has never been alleged in the complaint. Much less has there been evidence presented to prove it. Moreover, this only sprang up in the discussion because of the propaganda and surveys manipulated and timely released to create a popular perception that I am no longer morally fit to remain in public office. And who claims unfitness on my part but the very same accusers who have done everything to destroy me and my family from the very beginning. At this point, I